Hello and welcome back to Riverview. A few changes in this. The weather has been put in. Obviously Riverview on the mod hub right now has my own custom lighting in. It doesn't have a relight mod built into it anymore. And I've got UK number plates. But they're work in progress. The relay, can I have my centering spring? Thank you. But they're there. I've got bits to do. I've gone with for now, until I start working on something, I'm just using the weather from Glenleithan for this playthrough. I've never meddled with the weather before, which is something I want to have for Riverview in the future, and same for all of my maps, to be honest. I want them to be unique in that respect. So for Riverview, Maypole, it would be more rain. The chance of snow sticking, but not necessarily actually sticking. Although we are getting, snow is becoming more predominantly sticking now in this country. But it's predominantly sticking more often in this country now. But not always there. But I'd like the option of, I'd like it to be, there's a chance that it will stick and can be there, and then maybe not, but not deep, because we don't, it doesn't happen here. Very rare do we get that much snow that it's actually too deep to do much, even though theoretically when snow falls in this country, the country just comes to a standstill and goes, what do we do? There's a snowflake outside. I'm not going out, I'm not driving in that. I might get stuck, or worse, might end up having an accident. You know, so yeah. For Ebony though, instead of UK number plates, I'm thinking European number plates. It will be UK style plates, but with the European badge. Because it's an island off the coast of the UK. So even though it would be UK style plates in the lettering and numbering style, it would be, you could argue that it's not actually part of the UK, it's more part of the EU. You know, it's nothing to do with the UK. So it just gives a bit more diversity in where you can say that map's situated. But we're not on our correct speed, are we? Times, thank you. We definitely need them updating. And I was streaming earlier, Space Engineers, and it dawned on me when I was doing that stream. I've done an Irish map, I've done a UK map, I've done a Scottish map. Technically I've done 2 UK maps, technically speaking, in terms of, you know, well, I guess you could say Riverview is, say, English. Glenethan is obviously Scottish. Maypole is set in Ireland, and Ebony Island is off the coast of the UK. So I've done Ireland, England, and Scotland. I haven't done Wales. I haven't got a map out for Wales. Does that mean I'm going to do a Welsh map? I won't be doing it for 22, that's for sure. And then I would have to consider how I would do it for Wales. And you know, for the amount of people who have said that they can't wait for Glenethan to come out, that's good news. You know, I'm excited that they're excited about the map coming out. I'm intrigued into seeing and hearing how they take the map, as in what direction they go, what yard they pick. All of them things fascinate me. What they do with their yards, how they deal with their fields, what fields they join together, what fields they choose not to join together. If they join any fields together at all, you know, all of those little things might not mean anything to most, but for me they do. For me, they're important in how people play the map. And, you know, that there'll always be negative feedback. It doesn't matter how good your map is, or, you know, there'll always be negative feedback. And you can never make the perfect map. I've already said this in the last episode. I learned that one a long time ago. As I said before, I've been there, done it, learned it. I'm not interested in trying to make the perfect map. Because to make the perfect map, you're more or less going to put everything aside and be fully focused and committed to making that map. And I can't do that. I've got 4 kids and a family that I have to think about. And one of those kids is has special needs, so I have to be there for them. And for me to do what I do, I have to work around their needs and my own needs, and sometimes they clash. You can't have that happening too often. You know, for me, my needs is to make the map. Their needs is far different. Their needs is they want their dad there. They may want to tell me about school. They may want to go out for the day. They may have a problem. Numerous things. And I have to be there for the good and the bad. And so I put out what I can that works for the way that I want it to work. I don't go out of my way to please everybody else. As long as I'm happy with it, it's all that matters to me. And I know that might sound harsh on some people, like, I'm going, as long as I'm happy with you, as long as I'm happy with it, screw what everybody else thinks. I'm not thinking like that at all, but I'm going to be the biggest critic of my own work. I always will be. And if there's something I don't like, I'm going to change it. because that's the way I am. Maybe somebody does something that I go, oh wow, I like the look of that. I like that idea. And then I incorporate something similar into that map. And then if it ever needs an update, I go, there we go. With that change in there. And maybe I put in the changelog stuff, put that change in there. Or maybe I leave it as a nice little surprise and see what people do with that. You never know. The most important thing to note from my work is it playable? Does it do what it needs to, that it says it will do? And does it offer you the chance to do what you want to do? That's all you need to know. That's all you can ask for any map. I will never ever have the knowledge to make my own buildings, so I'll never be able to do a full-on realistic style map. That is for the likes of Virtual Farmer, Oxygen David, Lancy Boy, those guys, to go and do that. Maybe Alien Jim will do one. I think he already did, didn't he? Wasn't Mercury Farms and all of that, wasn't then based on real places? But that's for them kind of guys, the more realistic style maps. I do fictional. Fictional is far easier. I can put in what I want and it doesn't have to fit the area fully, but it can look good or different. And I'm more than content to have it that way. I mean, I can pick faults with this map right now. I'm not going to say what they are, but I've already got faults with this map, and Maypole, and Ebony Island. And I might come out with them while driving past them. I might go, oh, yeah, really want to change that part. I might not, but there are faults on here that I know of, and they're not faults as in faults go, but they're things that bug me, and I'm sure there's things out there that bug other people, but no map will ever be perfect. We can try and make a map perfect, but it'll never be perfect. There'll always be something somewhere, or something for someone. Putting it in reverse to stop it from moving, because it decides that it wants to roll off on its own. I'm sure my pedals are on their way out or something. Well, off to the canola field we go. And we will begin over this side, I think. Turn that off. Can we still see our tractor from here? Just about. Can we click on our tractor from here? We can. Oh. Now you know why I like click to switch. Definitely helpful. Especially when you've got a lot of vehicles and you only want to get into the vehicle that is in the same field as you, or maybe even in the next field to you. As you can physically see it, you can more or less switch to it. I wish if it was a base game feature, to be honest. Maybe have it that when you look at a vehicle, the vehicle that you're looking at, you'll tab to. So if you can physically see a vehicle and you press tab, it will tab it to that vehicle before it'll cycle through the other vehicles. I don't know how hard that would be to code in for Giants, but I'm sure it would be a very welcome little feature. Oh, chickens, plenty of food for you guys. Don't. It's a bit close, wasn't it? I haven't checked over there to see what stage that grass is on. Should we go and quickly have a look before we get on to 5 o'clock? And when we go into the next month, we might not be able to harvest that canola. We might have rain because the weather system has been updated. It might be much more or take effect at that point. That looks like it's decent. That's fully grown. Excellent. We'll have to get that sorted out. I'm sure a lot of you've noticed the lack of animals on here, as in no deers, for one. That's because I disabled them. I don't like how they was implemented, as in more a certain amount of cluster of trees together will spawn deer in, and then deer will float in the trees or above the trees. Kind of was annoying. I would have rather been able to put spawn points in myself and go, right, they will spawn there. Just random areas where they will spawn. Oh, park you over here. We'll get the massing and start picking up the straw. Don't start harvesting the canola until we know what the weather's going to be. Don't know if we should start at the bottom, shouldn't we? It makes sense instead of starting halfway down. And we have we won't be buying cows for a little bit for a while, because we obviously haven't got the money to do that. Remember, no contracts are allowed, and I can't buy new equipment. It has to be used equipment. I can lease used new equipment, but I have to keep them on lease for a whole year. So that means if there's something in the store, I want to replace my used plough for a new one, for an owned one, then I buy that plough and I still have to keep the one that was on lease until the year's over with it. So there are consequences to taking things out on lease. Or too many things anyway. Of course, I don't have to use that plough that I've leased if I've bought one that was on sale. And I can't take a loan, so if something comes up in the store that I really want, I can't take a loan to buy it. It's like, yep, it's there, but I can't buy it. I haven't got the money. And eventually my yard will change around to more my style of how I want it to look, but that won't be happening for a while. I haven't got the money to do that. I think it was 5 o'clock, wasn't it? Was it 5 or 6? But I'm going to have to stop there and go up to the house and sleep the night. I think I should do it 6 till 6. That would work, wouldn't it? Going through all the vehicles now, aren't I? Stop messing around and do it like that. It'd be easier than trying to actually flick through everything. What's the weather? We got rain tomorrow. Nothing for today, so we can get that harvest in today. Okay. That won't take long to get in. And we'll probably use we'll probably do sorghum or something on these fields, and then do wheat on the big field that we own once the sunflowers are in. Until these fields are joined together. Because sorghum's an okay little money maker, and obviously the chickens can be fed sorghum. Already got weeds coming up in this field, look, wow. In fact, I'll take this up. Pointless trying to get a little bit more, and there's only 4%, well, less than 3% room left. So Oh, no wonder. Turn it off. Why are we going so slow? And we're going to get at least 1.5 trailer loads off. Between 1.5 and 2 trailer loads off each field. That's a lot of straw going to be in there by the end. I don't know how much it can hold. We might end up with straw that can't go in there, which will be annoying. But then we can put it in for bedding if needs be. Are them gauges actually covered like that in real life on the Massey? Kind of weird why they would be. Or is it just they're meant to light up and they haven't been done? Giants haven't done them. This is a base game tractor. But we'll miss one row. We'll do it like that, but did anything new come up in the store? Not really. So we might have to lease a forklift. So we can deal with the eggs at some point. The grass, we can pick that up even if it's raining, we'll pick that up. That's not a problem. Whatever we can do base game in the rain, we will do. Because we have to. But I will limit, if I'm going to do hay, I have to do it when it's not raining. I am going to do it like that. So yes, I can set it in the same day, but if it rains, then I have to do the silage or leave it until it's a dry day before I can set it. Maybe I should do it like that. Just make hay a little bit more challenging to do. Hence the reason why I wanted to put a different weather system. The base game weather system is too dry for my liking. You know, we don't say good old British weather for no reason. Or Scottish weather, Welsh weather, whatever you want to. You know, we don't say it for no reason. There's it definitely rains a lot. Don't know if I can put bales on that grate. If I can put bales on that grate, then perfect. Because I can store hay bales in the shed up here. The only downside is this takes grass, and I don't do grass bales. Only for when I'm doing silage will I do a grass bale. There's no way I'm going to store grass anywhere. I think I edited that actually once, so they did hay instead of grass. I must have updated it. It didn't make sense why you'd only be able to put hay in grass in there. Shall we see how much can that thing hold? On productions, where are they? There. We hasn't even moved, so that thing can hold a lot. Perfect. I like to see. We're not picking anything up. We've turned it on, but you know what we did forget? We got the simple thing of dropping the wheel, the pickup, down. Over to that side. I think I might just go straight on here into the next field. We get hooked up on a branch. Hooked up on that branch. It's all good. Replacing your beacons isn't that much, like £5, something like that. It'll be fine. Oh. here. My perfectly straight lines. Nothing wrong with them. It's all a copy. I swear. In fact, we're going to go straight over and then straight up. Do it that way. This field and the field to our right needs to be ploughed, doesn't it? So we will have to look into doing that. When can we plant? We can plant wheat now. But we're not doing wheat, we're doing sorghum, aren't we? And sorghum we can't plant until April. So these fields will end up being dormant for a while. We're not in a rush to turn these fields around. That's fine. We're full. And we guess we could put sorghum in, and then after we've harvested the sorghum, we could go wheat in them. And then a big field would become a sorghum field the year after. We'll have to think. Control N. Put your parking brake on. No, it's not. Control spacebar. No. I'll have to look into what the button is for the parking brake. Was I don't think you drive across the field at that speed, but still fine. Until giants introduce damage, kind of wear and tear by how you drive your equipment as to whether you damage it. So going too fast over a field would damage the would wear the parts down a little bit quicker. Then maybe I'd stick to the road a bit more. Going this side of the, it's going to look a bit ugly, but we're doing that. Because now we're going to focus on this field. Almost 10:30 already. Time is flying. And we're almost, what, 45 minutes in almost? Time is definitely flying. Probably do a double episode tonight. So next week's videos are all done then. And then, because I've got the time to do it tonight, and I don't know if I'll have the time tomorrow. So, obviously these will all be pre-recorded. But it doesn't mean that you can't comment, it just means that what you comment might not come in for quite a few episodes. If there's anything. Field looks all ready to go from here, doesn't it, that one? I mean, it was the case, huh? I might just plough them all. And then I know that they will need ploughing at the same time then. And that includes the... Does that field behind us need ploughing? Or is it just these two down here? It doesn't need ploughing, it's just covered in weeds. We might... And this one's all dormant, ready to be planted, so we might plough all of these when it comes to it. And ploughing is meant to stop weeds from coming, isn't it? So And because they're going to be dormant for such a period of time, it would make sense, or we leave them until it's closer to the time to actually get the fields in a good place, ready for the feeding of sorghum. And we could do that, which is next year when we'll be prepping these fields then. I think we'll do that. We're going to be full on this line. We won't even get this line all in. Go. What's that noise? Heard that noise before. I think it came from one of the kids' toys. I think. Are we making a dent in how much this can hold? Not yet. Still nothing yet. Still not. This must be able to hold a few million then. I haven't modified it, so whatever it can hold, base game, whatever the mod author set the capacity to. Big thumbs up. I like it. Means that I don't have to worry about how much grass I'm going to be producing. I can just stick the grass in and not go, oh, I've got to start storing grass bales, or modifying it into hay. You know, changing it so it reads it as hay rather than grass, or it wants hay rather than grass. So I don't have to modify it. So in essence, we won't be making hay. Not until we've got sheep. Because we just won't have any need for it. So we might be able to sell our tedder. So we won't be getting sheep for quite a while. Definitely looks like a dull day. Very cloudy. So we might end up doing forestry before winter. It's a good chance. Clearing some trees before winter. And if you're wondering why aren't you doing canola or something like that, well, canola might be seen as a cash crop. Unless I'm doing oil, I have no use for canola. And I don't see it as a cash crop. If I'm going to do a cash crop, it would be either oats or sorghum. The yield on both is good, and oats will give you straw as well, so you get that bonus. But oats sell for quite a large amount, and I'm pretty sure oats sell quite well throughout the year. These trees, I think, will stay here. No, they won't, because we're joining these two fields up, aren't we? The uh, these wouldn't be here. Hmm. At least we haven't got straw coming off canola. I haven't got the mod in for that. I'm going to be producing enough straw as it is. I don't need anything else giving me straw. That's ready to harvest. Damn. I was hoping we had a little bit longer before that was ready. Great. We can't harvest that tomorrow because it's raining. That ain't good. Let's get as much of it as we can in before the rain comes. Start doing our normal every other line. Oh, it's that one. My bad. But each one of these lines gets shorter and shorter. So there is that. Looks like we'll be going back to the first line over there. Now way back across. As we change direction there. Take this up. Let's start another line with 2% room left. I'm gonna get a couple more hundred in and then that'll be it. I'll be on my way anyway. You know, I've noticed just coming up there, I'm taking racing lines. I'm taking corners like I'm apexing, trying to hit an apex. Racing is truly built into my blood. Doing it without even thinking I'm doing it now. or realizing I'm doing it, I should say. Again, I do like my racing. Even more so when I've got somebody I'm equal or that person's better than me. I love racing people that are better than me, because it makes me want to find that extra deep and find where I can make time up. Well, I think we'll get this all in, and then we will call this one an episode. We haven't got much left, and when we come back, we'll be harvesting the canola, and then going down and getting the. We'll have to lease a header trailer, won't we? Because I don't think that header holds up down there. Pretty sure it's bog standard header. But then we've got the problem of we've got to take the combine down there to connect the header up to put it on the header trailer. I'll have to jump over to the store and see. Pretty sure you can't fold it. And if you could, we'd still have to take the combine down there, I know that, but it means that we've got to have two header trailers. Big lump of straw there. Oh, almost another full load. Might actually even end up with pretty close to a full load. Okay. See how much, we'll may as well go that way. We'll see how much straw we've got in the mixing station after this load's gone in. And then we can hopefully, do we have to put mineral feed in here? We do, don't we? We'd have to buy mineral feed. Autosave. Yeah, we do. We've actually made a dent in it. So 240,000 litres of straw or fields. That isn't bad. I'm going to lie. Definitely isn't that bad. We turn just a little bit too much. Let's try that again. We really caught the wall on the back. No, we haven't, because we was going at an angle. Never mind. Did catch the wall at the back there, though. You can stay there. Oh, reduce time. Quickly have a look and thing. Yeah. So we need a header trailer. Great. You don't have one in, do you? Nope. Ain't that nice? Oh no, these are all green headers, aren't they? We need you. That kind of header trailer? Okay. I'll be fine. At least that. So we gotta bring the combine down. That's going to be fun getting into, won't it? We'll have to pull the header trailer out. Okay. Anyway, we'll deal with that when we get to it. So we didn't need to lease these things just yet. We could have left them until later on. It'll be fine. We could always just pinch or borrow this and take this up to our farm. Instead of leasing one in. Might do that. Right. Anyway, I'm going to thank you all for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed what you've seen. If you have, hit the thumbs up. And if you want to see more, subscribe. And hit the bell icon, because you never know when I'll go live. Not even I know when I'll go live. But hopefully we'll catch you in the next one. So take care, and I'll see you.